Recently, I showed you the ideal body alignment setup using 3 pillows. In theory, it's the gold standard, and I was thrilled to read thousands of comments about how this exact setup helped you wake up without back or neck pain. But let's face reality. If you change positions 20 times a night, by morning, your bed looks like a battlefield. Trying to maintain this fort of pillows is a nightmare that only breaks your sleep further. Sleep is supposed to be your body's ultimate recovery phase, not a wrestling match with your bedding. You wrote to me, I change positions several times a night. Right side, back, left side, repeat. All those pillows would drive me crazy having to reposition them. And my personal favorite comment, all these pillows and towels may work for some people, but how are you and your sweetheart supposed to spoon? Can't sleep well without that. You are absolutely right. If you are an active sleeper, static solutions will fail you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to wake up without pain if you toss and turn all night. I will show you why you are tossing in the first place, how to stop it, and how to sleep comfortably with a partner without destroying your joints. And we're going to do it using just one household item that definitely won't end up on the floor by 3 a.m. Let's get into it. First, ask yourself a very important question. Why do you change positions so often? Do you think it's just a bad habit? Do you blame your old mattress? No. If you're over 60, your muscles, tendons, and fascia are simply not as elastic as they were in your 20s. Throughout the day, whether you are sitting in a chair, driving, or leaning over a counter, your muscles adapt to those positions and shorten. When you finally lie down in bed, your body isn't actually relaxed. It's still holding on to that tight, restricted posture. When you lie in one position for too long with these tight muscles, your body weight literally crushes the blood vessels against your mattress at your heaviest pressure points, specifically your hips and your shoulders. When that happens, blood flow drops significantly. Your local tissues stop getting the oxygen they need to survive. A micro-numbness begins to set in, which you don't even consciously register while you are asleep, but your brain registers it. Your brain sounds a massive internal alarm. We are getting stiff, the tissues are starving, change position immediately. This is your body's SOS signal. Your body tosses and turns to release this critical pressure and restore blood flow to save your joints. That's why trying to tie yourself to the bed or force yourself to stay perfectly still is impossible. You are fighting your own survival physiology. The real problem here is that every single time you roll over to save a joint, it yanks you right out of your deep, restorative phase of sleep. You experience what doctors call micro-awakenings. You might not remember them the next day, but your nervous system does. That's exactly why you can sleep for a full 8 hours, but wake up feeling like you spent the night unloading trucks. To stop tossing and turning, we have to eliminate the root cause. We need to turn off that SOS siren before you even fall asleep. You don't need a gym, you don't need a yoga mat, and you don't need to break a sweat. We're going to do a simple decompression protocol right now, without even getting out of bed. Movement number 1. Lazy wipers. Lie flat on your back and bend your knees, keeping your feet flat on the mattress. Now, slowly, letting gravity do all the heavy lifting, drop both knees to one side. Pause for a second, and then drop them to the other side. Do not force your knees all the way to the mattress. This shouldn't hurt. Just go until you feel a gentle, pulling stretch in your lower back and the front of your hips. Do this continuously for exactly 1 minute. What's actually happening here? Deep inside your abdomen is a thick muscle called the psoas. It connects your lower spine directly to your legs. From sitting all day, this muscle shrinks and becomes rigid. At night, it pulls on your lower back like a tight rubber band. The lazy wipers movement gently wrings the residual spasm out of this muscle, like wringing water from a sponge. You are releasing the compressed blood vessels in your hip joints, so your brain won't have to wake you up in 2 hours because your hip is aching. Movement number 2, the hip unloader. Now that the lower back is loose, we need to target the glutes and the sciatic nerve area, which is a massive trigger for tossing and turning. While still on your back, extend your left leg straight out. Take both hands, grab your right knee, and gently pull it up toward your chest. Hold it there and take 3 deep, slow breaths. With every exhale, try to pull the knee just half an inch closer to your chest. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch legs. This movement creates space between the lower vertebrae in your lumbar spine. It opens up the joint capsule in your pelvis, immediately reducing the claustrophobic pressure that builds up after a long day of gravity pushing down on you. Movement number 3, the book opening. Roll onto your side and get into a fetal position. Stretch both arms straight out in front of you, resting one hand on top of the other. Now, slowly open your top arm backwards, opening up your chest toward the ceiling as far as you comfortably can without forcing it. Follow your moving hand with your eyes. Take a massive, deep breath into your chest and bring the arm back to the starting position. Do this 10 times on each side. As we age and as we spend hours looking down at phones or reading, our ribcage and upper back lock up into a rigid iron shell. This movement cracks that shell open. It completely decompresses your shoulder joints and your cervical spine. By the 5th repetition, you'll notice you are breathing 30% deeper, your heart rate is dropping, and your nervous system is finally getting the chemical signal to power down. Okay, good. Really good. Your body is now genuinely relaxed. The muscle tension is gone, and you'll naturally be tossing and turning about 3 times less than usual. But we are human. What happens when you eventually do need to roll over? If you try to rearrange 3 separate pillows for your neck, your waist, and your knees in the pitch dark, it guarantees you will wake up completely and ruin your sleep cycle. So we're throwing them out. If you have the extra money and want to invest, you can buy a dedicated full-length body pillow. But I'm going to give you a free alternative that actually has an added medical benefit. Go to your closet and grab an old, thick winter blanket. Not a light throw, but a heavy, dense blanket. Fold it in half lengthwise so it forms a long, sturdy roll. This is your new best sleep tool. Lie on your side. Put your regular pillow under your head. Place this folded blanket roll right in front of your body. Throw your top leg completely over it, making sure your knee and ankle are resting on the blanket, and hug the upper part with your top arm. Look at the physics of this setup. You no longer need a separate pillow tucked under your waist and another one wedged between your knees. The dense blanket absorbs the entire weight of your top leg and arm. Because of this, your pelvis instantly levels out. Your lower spine isn't sagging down into the mattress. Your top shoulder joint isn't collapsing inward and crushing your lungs. Furthermore, the physical weight of that heavy blanket provides something called deep touch pressure. This subtle, comforting weight on your limbs sends a subconscious signal of safety to your brain, lowering cortisol levels and keeping you asleep longer. And the absolute best part, the real magic happens when you need to roll over. You don't have to rebuild a pillow fort. You just roll onto your other side and you take the blanket with you. One lazy, seamless movement. You don't have to wake up, you don't have to adjust 3 different points of contact, and you don't have to hunt for pillows that fell on the floor. You just bring your entire structural support system with you. It is the ultimate zero-effort solution for active sleepers. And now, the moment many of you have been asking for. How do you spoon with your partner without waking up feeling crippled? The classic spooning position is romantic, but it is terrible for your anatomy. When you lie perfectly flat on your side and hold your partner, your entire body weight, plus a portion of your partner's weight, is crushing one small, vulnerable shoulder joint. The ball of your shoulder gets jammed into the socket, the rotator cuff is pinched, and blood flow is completely cut off. By morning, your arm feels dead, and over time, you will absolutely develop chronic shoulder impingement and pain. Here is exactly how you fix it to sleep close, but stay pain-free. The partner in the back should not lie strictly at a 90-degree angle on their side. Instead, roll back slightly, creating a 45-degree angle with the mattress. To avoid straining your core muscles to stay in this tilted position, just take a small throw pillow or wedge the edge of the duvet right under your lower back to anchor you in that 45-degree angle. Look at what this does. Your bottom shoulder is now completely unweighted. Your body weight is distributed safely across your shoulder blade and your upper back, not the delicate joint. Your bottom arm isn't crushed under your ribs. You can rest it flat on the bed or slip it under your partner's pillow. And the partner in the front? They can drape their top leg backward over your bottom leg. They are using your leg exactly like the folded blanket we talked about earlier, using you as the support to keep their own pelvis perfectly level. You get to sleep close together, everyone stays comfortable, and no one is destroying their joints. Listen, you can't control what your body does while you are unconscious, and you shouldn't try to. Instead, Release those deep, suffocating muscle spasms before bed with the 3 simple movements I showed you. Give your body one solid movable anchor using a heavy folded blanket, and stop crushing your shoulders when you sleep with your partner. Try this protocol tonight. Throw the extra, complicated pillows off the bed. Tomorrow morning, you'll be amazed at how much mobility and energy you have when your body isn't fighting itself all night. If this method makes a difference for you, hit the subscribe button, and please share this video with a friend or family member who constantly complains about waking up stiff and sore. Thanks for watching this video until the end. And by the way, there's a video on your screen right now that YouTube and I both think you really shouldn't miss. Click on it, watch it next, and I'll see you over there.